I low-key put this off all day and now it's like 5 p.m. but I'm ready. I've really been on these drinks. They're fire. I don't know what it is about them. They're really good. Today we're gonna talk about two of my favorite things ever in the whole entire world. I'm so excited. We're talking about yoga and writing. I love to write. I write every single day and writing is so important to me. Like, I write in a lot of different formats and that's kind of why I think I want to talk about it too, is because I feel like people think of writing as one specific thing that you do. Like, people think when I say, oh, you should start writing, that they think like, oh, you want me to like just journal my feelings, which, like, yes, you could do that, but that's not the only way to go about writing. But that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about yoga and writing and just life in general. I have not posted a video in a couple weeks. I was supposed to. I had a video filmed, but then I watched it back and I just wasn't fucking with it. So although I'm trying to be more, you know, just put whatever out and not really be tripping too much about how I look or anything, I do care. I'm a human, so you know, it is what it is. We're back though. We're so back. So yoga has actually changed my life drastically, and it's only been a few months of me really taking it seriously. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about my yoga journey. It honestly kind of started for the physical benefits. Like, I seen people talking about it for like mobility and stretching, and obviously I knew kind of that's what it's for. But honestly, like, I think yoga has so many more benefits than people give it credit for, and a lot of like spiritual and peace benefits as well as the physical ones, obviously. So my routine has kind of been in the morning and in the night. I do both yoga and writing, but I do them differently. So in the morning I do yoga. Like, I have like morning yoga that I do that I just like made up the routine for, and I write. Usually my writing in the morning, I have this leather book. It's in my room. I don't have it with me right now, but I have this leather book that I write in every morning, and it's basically anything on my brain that day. I'm always thinking about very like just like deep kind of ways of thinking, and like I can't really explain it without like showing you my writing, but just like, yeah, extensive ways of thinking and perspective shifts and everything. And every day I have something that's kind of on the forefront of my mind, especially because I meditate a lot. And so I'll just write about whatever it is that's coming to my mind. Some of it's like emotions and like handling emotions and ways of handling them and what I think they mean, as well as perspectives that I observe in people. And I also study life like pretty much all the time, so anything that I've learned from studying life that I really wanted to write about. But that in combination with the yoga in the morning, fire. Like, it literally starts my day the best way that I could. And then in the evening when I get off work, because I usually get off work at 10, so it's kind of late to like do a whole lot, at least for me, because I like to wake up early. So I try to do like not as much yoga at night. It's more like stretching, and I do more stretching that's like random, like just whatever I feel like stretching, however I feel like stretching, I'll do that for just like a little bit. And then I write again, but I have a different notebook that is just for writing at night, and it's a book where I write good things that happened in the day, because it's not necessarily like a gratitude book. It's more like an acknowledgement book for myself to see that like every single day there's good things in the day, even if it wasn't a good day. And I call it more like an awareness book for myself, because it's just bringing my attention to the good things that happen today, even if they're little, and even if my day seemed just like a normal day, like I just woke up, went to work, whatever, and then I could see on a page, here's like 10 good things that happened in the day that are little, but it made me happy. So for the yoga part, the main like mental, physical, and spiritual like peace changes I've noticed is I just feel a lot more calm, especially in the morning. Like, right when I do it, I just feel like way more at peace, and I feel way more connected to myself. Like, I feel like I talk hella fast. I'm just from California, so that's kind of what we do. It makes me feel way more connected to myself, and it makes me feel like I am starting the day like tending to my own needs type shit. And I had written like a think piece like a year ago. I don't remember exactly everything I was saying in it, but it was basically talking about how when I do like meditation, writing, yoga, anything like that in the morning, and I had compared it to cooking, because I'm also a cook, not like professionally, but just I've been a cook my whole life. I've been always cooking stuff. My grandpa was a chef and he taught me how to cook. But basically I was comparing it to like a method of like marinating like chicken or something. And it sounds dumb, but it's basically, I was writing about how when you have chicken, say you have chicken, and you just cook it straight up and then you serve it, it kind of tastes like shit because it's really bland, not much to offer. But when you like marinate it and season it and all this shit, and then you like let it sit, and then you cook it and you serve it, it's way better. And it's kind of the same thing with me. If I tend to myself in the morning and I meditate and I write and I read and I do yoga and I stretch and whatever, and then I go out into the world, I have way much more like energy to give to the world and to everybody, because I've already given energy to myself and I've tended to my own needs. So then I have like more space to give to other people, I guess. I don't remember exactly what I said in the writing, because like I said, I did it like a year ago. I could find it in my room, but not necessary. You kind of get what I'm saying, hopefully. But yeah, I just think it's really I think it's beneficial, and it like gives you energy that you wouldn't expect, I guess. And obviously there's physical changes. Like I feel more awake when I do yoga because I'm like stretching out my body, and I feel more like clarity because I'm taking that time for myself, and it's good for the mind, it's good for the soul too. But I've also tried to implement this new thing of like phone-free mornings. I just don't let myself go on my phone or check my notifications until after my coffee's gone. And this is like a really specific rule that I have, and I didn't come up with this. I actually seen this rule online, so I'm not taking credit for it. But it's important to me because for my routine that works for me, it's like I make coffee, and then while I'm drinking my coffee, that's when I do my yoga, that's when I meditate and write. So those three little things together, I'm not allowed to check my phone until after I do those. And obviously there's some days where I do check my phone because I'm human, but you know, I try not to, and my phone stays on do not disturb, so when I wake up and I turn my alarm off, I don't see any notifications, and that's how I like it, because leave me alone. And then make coffee, and then do my yoga, and I meditate, and I write, and then I have given energy to myself, so now I have energy to give the world. But it's really just made my mornings more peaceful, so it's just a little tip that I have. But yeah, writing though, especially in the morning, it's a great tool to have. I feel like writing is so underrated. One of the reasons I love writing so much too is because when you do it for a long time, like I have, you will be able to reflect on like old patterns and behaviors and thought processes and perspectives and everything, because like I write most days and I keep all my writing, so I have just like notebooks full of writing and all different kinds. Like some of it is me talking about like philosophical things, but also some of it is just me talking about like things that I'm struggling with, and then also things that are going good, and just what it's like to be Noah. Like honestly, I just talk about everything. And then my hope is that eventually when I have kids, like I'll be able to share my writing with my kids and, you know, tell them like when I was your age, when I was 17, 18, 19, whatever, like this is some of the things that I was experiencing too, and like this is the writing that I did at the time. And writing is just very important to me, so I think it always will be, because it always has been. And I think honestly, I hope I write for the rest of my life, and I don't know what I want to happen with my writing when I die. I probably don't want anything to happen to it. I kind of want, out of respect, it to just be left alone, but I don't know yet. But just the act of writing and doing yoga together in the morning has drastically improved my life, and I just needed to talk about it because I think anybody would benefit from yoga and writing, and I would recommend it to anybody and everybody. I don't care like what you got going on, you should do it. I would just say start with the yoga, start with the writing, start slow if you want to. Like if you want to just do 5 minutes of yoga and write like a sentence and just build up from there, I think it's worth it, and I think long term you'll see the, you know, improvement in your life. But yeah, I hope that this was helpful. Stay sober, and I will see you